What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, the Notorious N to the I to the A, and today we're getting into some newness from Bath and Body Works. They are currently testing a new line called the Signature Scent Lab, which will consist of the single scent fragrances that allow you to mix and match and create your own signature scent. Now, when I first heard about this, I was extremely excited. I knew I had to get my hands on it, and to my surprise, a store near me is actually one of the test stores, so I did pick up 4 of the fragrances. I believe there are 13 scents in this line. These retail for $8.95. These are the mini or the travel size of their fragrances. I do believe that if they do decide to actually officially roll them out, they will be available in the full size bottles, but for right now they only come in these mini sizes, and I personally think this is perfect, especially if you plan to grab a whole bunch and mix and match. And also, of course, you can use them for travel. A little while back, I actually did do a video finding my favorite scent notes by comparing the notes in 10 of my fragrances in my collection. And of course, the number one note that was found in that video was vanilla, so I definitely made sure to pick up the vanilla. The next note that I found was pretty popular in my collection was Tonka bean, so I did pick up the warm Tonka. And then I have been very into nutty lactonic fragrances, so I did see this Toasted Pistachio, wanted to check her out. And then this one actually caught me by surprise. I am not normally an aquatic marine note kind of girly, but this actually smelled really good, and this is Oceanside Splash, so I also picked this one up. While these are single note fragrances, they do have some notes listed on the website, so I am going to read those as well as the description just so you can get an idea. So let's start off with Wild Vanilla, because of course that is my number one most liked fragrance note, which are whipped vanilla, tonka bean, and sugared musk, and it smells like a playful yet sophisticated take on a classic vanilla scent. And for me, this is a very easy to work with vanilla. It's whipped, sugary, it's almost creamy. I'm not gonna say lactonic because there is no milkiness necessarily to me, but this is more of that creamy vanilla, so I think it will work really well in terms of layering. And it's not a childish vanilla, not a warm vanilla sugar kind of situation. There is some sophisticatedness to this, like they mentioned. So like I said, I do think this would be a great layering vanilla. Will hold its own, but also will add some sweetness to whatever you're layering it with. Vanilla is going to be a lot of what I mix and match these with, which is why it was so important for me to pick this up. This was a must. It was a no-brainer. Okay, so next up, let's get into warm Tonka. One of my next favorite fragrance notes is Tonka bean. Tonka bean comes up a lot in the fragrances that I currently have in my collection, so I definitely wanted to pick up Tonka bean. Notes on this are Tonka bean, warm musk, and soft sandalwood, and it smells like a cozy, comforting embrace. So to me, this is more of a woody, musky Tonka bean. This isn't one of those powdery, sweet Tonka beans, which is the direction I typically lean towards. In the spirit of layering, I think that it can work, and I think this is something that will provide more of a base. So keep that in mind. This one, I was expecting to like it a lot more. I'm not gonna lie. It's not that I don't like it. I just feel like it's not that smooth Tonka bean, that like powdery Tonka bean, that sweet Tonka bean that I typically pick up in a lot of my other fragrances. But again, these are made to layer, so I do think this mixed with the vanilla would be a great pairing and could change my mind as far as how I'm currently feeling about Tonka bean. It's not bad. I think when I was thinking Tonka bean, this wasn't exactly what I wasn't picturing. I definitely wouldn't necessarily wear this on its own, if that makes sense. So it definitely would be a layering situation for me. Okay, next up, one that I again was really excited about was Toasted Pistachio. I do like a nutty note. Notes in this one are pistachio, almond blossom, and whipped vanilla, and it smells like a delightful nutty treat. They did not lie about that. This smells so delicious. Like, it actually is giving pistachio. Like, it's just giving pistachio. It's getting that nuttiness. It has that sweetness. And this is not like any other pistachio we've really seen done. This is not your Churrosa 62. This is not your Kayali Yum Pistachio Gelato, even though real excited to see how that will layer with that. But this is good. This is so good. Like, when I smelled this, I was elated. I was like, yep. Absolutely. Like, it's perfect. It's so perfect. It's what you would be looking for when you think of a pistachio fragrance, but they do too much in these other fragrances for it to just be pistachio. This is just pistachio. Like, honestly, I would say this kind of smells like more of a pistachio gelato than Yum Pistachio Gelato from Kayali does. Vanilla with toasted pistachio. It's gonna give ice cream shop, baby, and I'm here for it. This is gonna be such a yummy, 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 yummy combination, and I'm here for it. And then finally, we have Oceanside Splash. Now, I am not typically a marine aquatic girl, but this had a saltiness to it that I do like. So when it comes to summertime fragrances, or just fragrances that I gravitate towards in warmer weather or that I take on vacation, I'm into things like Ellis Brooklyn Salt and Net Tay Vanille. So the focus would have to be very salt forward. The notes in this one are freshwater, lily, and driftwood, and it smells like a refreshing dip in a crystal clear bay. This one is nice. Like, again, this is something that really caught me off guard, and I was really trying to think about all seasons when I was picking out these. There's just something very fresh about this, but also very salty. It does say fresh water. I get salt water. Mixing vanilla in with this, I think it would create something really unique and just give me an aquatic touch that I typically do not really have in my collection. And this is like the hardest one for me to describe, but I promise you it's really good. Honestly, I didn't smell anything that smelled bad. I just tried not to go crazy and get too many things, and also tried to keep in mind my own fragrance collection. I personally think that Bath and Body Works should release this. I think it's a hit. I think a lot of people will have a lot of fun mixing and matching their own fragrances, creating their own signature scents. I do hope that Bath and Body Works does release this so everybody gets a chance to try it. I honestly think Toasted Pistachio is my favorite out of what I picked up. Did a really good job with this. I think it's going to be a massive hit. I'm really enjoying it. I think it's tons of fun, and I do think we are supposed to have fun with our fragrances. There's a lot of fake rules that people have created around fragrance, when honestly, smell how you want to smell, mix what you want to mix. Like, it's your world, and I think that Bath and Body Works really embodied that with this collection. So I really hope that they do drop it. I'm interested in just seeing how far this can go, because obviously there's so many notes they can release if they decide to keep this around. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you're going to be checking out the Signature Scent Lab, if it is in a store near you, or if you're excited for it to release. Definitely leave a comment down below. I'm sure the company does look for reviews like this to see how their test products are doing. So if you want to see it, leaving a comment could really help. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!